Good morning. Oh, it's afternoon. Holy cow, it's already 1. Good afternoon, 125, or CNG 256. I was about to say 125 because I just got out of 124. Usually at 124, it was 125. Let's see. This week we look at automating vulnerability management. Let's see. Every time we've got into a lab, we're always hammering some sort of coding, and really in real life, we're in a real situation. We have a script made for this, um, and we'd be saving our results to um, basically a document to review, and hopefully overall, this document would be going into. Um, I think we started in week 12. There's our tests. Maybe it's week 10. But when we start using all of these together, web hacking test, um, we start making an actual report for this. Um, so we're seeing what we was vulnerable. We're documenting what was vulnerable, not necessarily through like I know in our labs we're using like a lot of handwriting or just some manual entry, but we'd have this automated so it saves that document file of um, what we're testing against, what we're trying to find the weaknesses in and saying, okay, hey, look, we found these hard tests, um, and this is what we're going to do with them. Sorry about that. And in the end, we'd have some sort of report, to hand off to somebody, say, hey, look, we found these vulnerabilities, and we need to come up with a plan to fix these, or not necessarily a plan to fix those, but as long as I've told them what I've found and they've signed off on it, the process could end there, or the process could go further, where they're saying, okay, can you make any recommendations for remediation on these topics here? And then that's when, you know, you always make sure you're within scope of your assignment when you're doing this stuff, because a lot of it can be, um, what's the word I'm thinking of? Out of scope or scope creep, to where it's not in your assignment anymore, and um, you're not getting paid for that since it's not in the original um, contract. This week we have a OS OSINT writing lab. You're going to be stalking people or you're going to be stalking businesses online. Pretty cool lab, I think, because you can get a lot of information just from the internet. I think in 132, if you ever had 132 with me, I asked you guys to stalk me. This is the same exact thing, except for you're stalking a business. It could be um, Front Range, it could be CSU, it could be Denver School of Mines, it could be Regis University, it could be an actual business. Um, I don't know. I know a whole bunch of businesses. RedLobster.com. I love my kids love Red Lobster, so RedLobster.com. Um, it can be this. Make sure to look at the cheat sheet or have the cheat sheet open when you're running through this lab. It'll help you. Once again, feel free to, um, you know, use Google search, use advanced Google search. Um, all your all this information is online, and it's crazy just how much free information about businesses is out there, waiting to be snatched up by somebody else. If you're, do you in the future you can think of when you're running your business, or if you're working for a business, how can you tighten that up so not all those images are online, or if you see, somebody with a picture of their name tag online, what are the consequences of that? Or do you have a policy saying, you know what, people shouldn't do that in the first place? Uh, this lab, small lab, but still will show you just a little bit about Metasploit and Surgsploit. Um, we kind of jump in this just a little bit further later on in one of your tests. So make sure you open up those man pages, read what's happening, or read what commands are available within the man pages. If you have any problems with the OSINT. There we go. I'll just say OSINT. It's a lot easier. OSINT Writing Lab. Make sure you have the cheat sheet open. That's going to be real easy for you to kind of look at and verify. And if you have any questions, make sure to reach out in Google Hangouts. I hope you guys are having fun. This class, probably one of the coolest classes I ever put together, just because it shows a lot what you can do, and people just don't understand impacts of freeware, basically. Yeah, that's what we've been using. Everything's free so far. So talk to you soon, and have a great week.